program is brought to you in part by
Donate, volunteer, take classes, csonline.org.
vitamins, hormones, Super Thrive, 400 huge specimen trees, 0 loss at Disneyland. Yeah, Super Thrive.
When you log on to thingsgreen.com, don't forget to visit Things Green TV. There, you're going to find moving pictures and interviews with celebrities and a whole lot of how to do things. That's on thingsgreen.com.
Organic choice from Miracle Grow.
Attracting wildlife to your yard and garden. It's a really neat thing to do, unless it's lions and tigers and bear. Oh my. Well, we don't want to go that crazy, but we do want to bring little things like birds into our yard and garden. Now, if you're going to be attracting birds, I don't care whether it's winter, spring, summer, and fall, you got to make sure that you stay on top of the feeding practices, because they're going to get used to the idea that, hey, this guy's got food over here. Let's go chow down. So with that, we want to make sure we have some place for them to live as well. And that's why we're going to use something like these birdhouses from Color Me Mine. They come in different sizes, shapes, and the best part is you make them the different color. That's what's really neat about it. And then what ends up happening is that not only do I want you to use just the birdhouse, but we want to make sure that we have a plate that goes along with it as well. Very important that plate has a little bit of a lip on there, because that's where the birds are going to stand. We call that a perch, so that they're able to grab onto it a little bit and get the food. And then what we're going to end up doing is we're going to take this and we're going to put it right on top of the plate like that. And we've got ourselves a birdhouse. Now, before we actually go much crazier with this, we're going to have to take and we're going to have to put the silicone underneath. Now, look at the silicone process. It's very, very easy. And the reason why we put silicone on here is because we want to make a complete seal so that the birdhouse is not going to move around on the plate. And then we'll take, oh, and plus this, if for some reason there's water gets on here, it's not going to damage anything over here. So what you're going to take inside the birdhouse. So what you'll do is you'll just take it and you'll place it right on top. That right there, you'll give it some time to dry, and that's all it's really going to take. All right, let's move on, because what's going to happen is this. You're going to take this, you're going to put this on your patio, you're going to put this on a shelf someplace outside. The birds are going to get to it. The problem is that birds have natural enemies. They're called cats. Hopefully they're not those lions we were talking about, but they're cats, and the cats are going to jump up and they'll attack the birds. So what we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves a birdhouse condo. The Color Me Mine Birdhouse Condo. That's what I like. And we're going to do something very simple over here. That's what's really exciting about this. We're going to get wood. You can buy treated wood. You can just get a 4x4 that's from your local lumber yard. We're going to get some of these brackets, and we'll put brackets up, and then we'll put these little shelves on top of it. Now, you can stick this inside the ground. If you're going to stick it inside the ground, make sure that you have at least 2 to 3 feet that goes into the ground. You may also want to be certain that concrete is around it. The next thing you want to do is well, if you're going to be doing it in a pot, you're going to want to do one of these really crazy looking contraptions. We're going to put we've got it situated on the base for a base over here, and then we have these little wings on here so that when it is inside the container, this is a really large container, so that when the soil gets in there, the stability factor is there. Now, I found it that to put this thing together, you could do it all at once and then stick it inside like we did here, or what you could do is that you can get your base together and then you fill it up with your potting soil. And of course, what we want to do is we want to use our organic choice potting soil, and you just take it and put it right inside like that. Now, also remember that if you're going to go this route, what you're going to need to do is you have to take it and you have to push it down as you go along. If you don't push it down, you're going to have problems with settling a little bit later, and that's the last thing that we want. So we're going to take our bags and we're going to fill this thing up here all the way. If you make a big mess, that's even better. But that's all a part of gardening. So we're going to take this and push it down, push it down. Got to make it real good. Again, we don't want this thing moving around a whole lot. And by the way, once we get this all settled like this, which is really exciting, it'll be easier for us to take these things and to screw them down the way they need to be screwed down. So far, we're doing very good. And we get this down here like this, and we're pushing and shoving, pounding it down. It's exactly what we want. Oh, this is great. Now, I'm going to leave it just a little bit less right now. And the reason I'm going to be doing a little bit less is I'll show you in a second. Now, the second thing we're going to do is this. We're ready to actually put our birdhouses on. Now, mind you, you could take this whole thing and you could paint it any color that you want. I'm going to leave it like this because I want it to be really rustic looking. That's the look that I want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our birdhouses on. Now, of course, we have to glue them down first. We could put a little one right here, let's just say. And then we could put our tall one that we've already glued for perspective purposes. Maybe we'll take and put it right there. And then our last one we'll take and we'll put it up here. That's really cool, isn't that nice? Doesn't that look sharp? In fact, I even got to look at it. Now you can put your houses, you can put them a little bit crooked like this, the holes. However you decide you want to do that, that's up to you. And then what you'll end up doing is that we're going to want to take, and I'm going to take these down because I don't want it to clunk on my head right now. But what we'll do, now that we know where they're going to go, we can be very confident in the next step, and that's planting. We're going to take this, our plant, I have a mandeville vine here. We're going to stick this just like this, right there. We get some more of our potting soil. This is the real exciting part for me because it deals with planting. I love this planting aspect. Remember, we take and we push it down firmly all the way around. And then what will happen is that we'll train this to grow all the way up this thing. This is so cool. This is going to go like this. We also are going to be inviting our hummingbirds because they love these tubular flowers. This is going to sit right over here. You're going to take your bird food and you'll take your bird food and you throw it right at the base right there. They'll come, they'll eat it, and there you have your Color Me Mine condo.
Super Thrive, unique extra life, transplanting, and maintenance. Impossibilities made easy. 1,800 60 to 75-year-old trees dug up from grounds of 20th Century Fox Studios, stockpiled in weather for 2 years, replanted along city streets. The landscape architect and contractor reported not one sick or dead tree at any time. Only Super Thrive could have done this, or even approached it. Super Thrive. Ask for it by name at your local garden center or nursery. When you log on to thingsgreen.com, don't forget to visit Things Green TV. There, you're going to find moving pictures and interviews with celebrities and a whole lot of how to do things. That's on thingsgreen.com.
Grow your own. Start your organic container garden now. Choose a container for the plant you're going to grow. Be certain it has a drainage hole, then fill it up with Miracle-Gro Organic Choice Potting Mix, featuring all natural organic ingredients. Next, plant the seed or seedling, then water and feed with Miracle-Gro Organic Choice All-Purpose Plant Food. Use Miracle-Gro Organic Choice, helping you grow bigger, more beautiful plants.
You're going to have to decide the type of birds that you're going to want to attract to your yard and garden. The last thing you want is a pterodactyl to come down and start making a home in here. But your bird food is real important because that's actually what is going to be attracting the birds to your yard and garden. And if you notice, we have some really small millet type of food in here. We have some corn. We also have some sunflower seeds. Different types of birds like different types of food. This is actually a songbird type of a mix. If you wanted finches, or maybe it's finch. So it's fish or fishes. Well, you get the idea. So if you want finches to come around, the smaller birds, the smaller the food. And again, you're going to want to take this stuff and you could sprinkle it all the way around, put it just in the front like this. It really doesn't matter. But you do have to be certain, if you get sloppy about it, it's not the end of the world. Just understand, though, that if you do get sloppy like this, a lot of times the bird seed will get into your ground area over here, whether you have it in the ground or in your pot, and it can sprout. It's not the end of the world. You see that, and you'll pluck it out. I do want to have you be forewarned, though. This is real important. Do not use any bird seed or any seed that comes from a packet of seeds like you're going to be doing your vegetables. And the reason for this is because that seed actually has chemicals on there, and they'll have fungicides, and you don't want your birds to be eating that. Now, lastly, if you want to do something to where you want to provide some water for them, put food in this one, but maybe in this one right here, just put water in it. This way, they can flutter from here and here and down and get a little water. But check the water and check the bird seed on a regular basis, because again, if you're going to be feeding them, you have to be consistent at it.